All right, we're here with John Doonan, actually former Grassroots Motorsports freelancer. John Doonan, now in charge of motorsports at Mazda. Of course, Mazda, one of the companies almost synonymous with amateur motorsports these days. And they have a big announcement coming up at the PRI show, which is going to be the 9th of December, I think is the official announcement, on a class called B Spec, which is something that they have sort of teamed with another company, very hardcore into amateur motorsports, Honda. So it's neat to see sort of two manufacturers teaming up to kind of create this new class. What's B Spec all about?
It's interesting. We obviously Honda and Mazda are competitors, and in this business it does fluctuate. So new cars get introduced to the marketplace all the time. And in our case, our executive committee tasked us when the Mazda 2 was coming to this market. What are we going to do in motorsports with Mazda 2? And at some point, you can only race against yourself with Spec Miata, MX-5 Cup, which have been hugely successful for our business model.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be kind of crazy to have another Spec series because you guys have sort of created the definitive Spec series.
Yeah, and so at some point, we sit around and say, you know, we need to race some other cars. And, you know, all of us grew up going to those big pro races when things like Renault Le Car Cup, Rabbit Bilstein Cup were there. Neon, certainly, you guys did a bunch of project cars with Neons over the years. And so we wanted to harken back to that. Go to a dealership, buy a new car, not an R model, but a new car, a brand new car, $10,000 of safety equipment and some other upgrades, and let's go to the racetrack. So kind of a cost cap, $25,000. B, because of the B class of cars, small cars. The Mazda 2, the Honda Fit, you know, hopefully the Nissan Versa, Chevy Aveo, you know, Toyota Yaris, you name it. Let's bring all those cars together. Let's identify your next generation of reader, our next generation of buyer, and really do what's good for the industry also, sell cars and get more people involved in motorsports. And
the cars themselves, you know, looking at some of the times, of course, I mean, we had Eric Foss in your car today, and then you know, guys like P.D. Cunningham are out there turning times in the Fit, but the times for the fast guys are right in there with competitive Spec Miatas. And, you know, so these are not slow cars at all, but you've got a real moderate spec tire. It's a 205 5015 BFG, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
And a pretty mild sort of preparation level. What it's basically gutted coilovers, cage, and you're
stock
done.
Motor, no equipment, stock ECUs, and we're going to learn a lot at the 25R. We learned a little bit at the 13-hour VIR. We've already had one of our longtime Mazda customers build a car, Randy Hale from Hale Motorsports. Cool. So we're really excited about it. We're not using the word series. We're using prep level, or we're calling it B Spec, and it's
because the hope is to kind of be able to make the prep level available to different sanctioning bodies.
Yeah, absolutely. So my sincere hope, and I know the hope of Jim Jordan and Dean Case and Robert Davis and Jeremy Barnes and Steve Sanders, is that people are going to adopt this prep level, see it in the same way that our group of manufacturers has, as a new opportunity to generate new customers. And so we're hoping that Sports Car Club of America, NASA, maybe some even local Midwestern Council folks identify this as, boy, this could be our next generation of membership.
Now, are the modification parts on there, are they spec as well? Which manufacturers do you guys work with?
Well, we're in the process of identifying exact part numbers right now. We're going to be across the board the same with each. We're going to be across the board with contingency, so that you know you don't go race the Fit because they're paying more to win a race. We all agreed we're going to sign in blood, if you will, as manufacturers, and not let cost creep become a part of this, because we've all seen it in every form of motorsports. You know, actually, it's right towards you know, the 2010 challenge that you guys do, because it really needs to stay that way, or we're going to end up with, you know, sequential gearboxes and all this stuff, which is all fantastic. But you know what? It's not going to keep it to be the purpose of why we're doing this.
Well, one of the great things from our perspective is it's neat to see, you know, two very enthusiastic manufacturers kind of teaming up and creating these rules. Somebody made the point to me earlier that there's one Toyota in this race. And, you know, it's a 25-hour race, and 10 years ago that would be unheard of to have a major amateur motorsports event with one Toyota. And it's neat to see you guys, and I'd love to see companies, you know, like Kia and Hyundai and these sort of emerging companies that have a big consumer base but not really a big motorsports base. You know, I think if you get one of those guys on board, it's going to be good for everybody because it's going to, you know, really highlight this class of cars.
That was our vision. Is we started by calling the folks at Honda HPD because they've recently kind of rejuvenated a grassroots program. The folks at Nissan, Ron Stukenberger, they're all good buddies. Toyota, it would be awesome to have us all together and approaching this as a group and identifying the real purpose of this.
Cool. Well, the car is cool. Mazda has a fantastic driver lineup in there too this weekend, so it should be a good indication of what the car is really capable of. And what's your, you know, I don't want to call it too early, but you guys think you can make 20? You know, barring any sort of outside incident, you know, is the car capable of going 25 without?
Well, certainly hope so. We're going to learn some things. We're going to probably break some things, which in the end, in all candor, is the way we make better street cars.
Yeah.
So we're gonna find out about front hubs. We're gonna find out about, you know, trannies. We're gonna find out about engines, and that's what this event is so special, and what all the things we do in motorsports are so special. So I hope we do make it, and we do learn a lot at the same time.
Cool. John Doonan, thank you very much.
Thanks, JG.
Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, appreciate it, and hello to all the grassroots readers.
Thanks.
Thanks.